Hey everyone! Welcome back to Learning with Teacher Alexis. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be talking about something called feelings. Sometimes we might feel a certain way and we don't know how to tell people what we're feeling. It's really a hard thing to learn and you need to practice just like you practice your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s and riding a bike, all of those kind of things. So first off, we're going to do hello, how are you? And then we're going to do our calendar and our weather, but then we're going to start talking about our feelings. All right, so let's warm up our hands. Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? Hello, how are you? How are you today? And guess what? You could say that you're great, or you can say that, you know what, I'm a little bit tired, or I'm irritated, or I'm mad, and it is all okay to feel those ways. Now, we're going to go into the calendar and the weather, and then we'll get back into those feelings. Are you ready? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then we start again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, then that's the end. So yesterday was what day? Monday, and today is Tuesday. So today we need to figure out what the weather is. Are you ready? What's the weather? What's the weather? Go look outside. Go look outside. Tell us what the weather is. Tell us what the weather is. Go look outside. Remember your two things, what you see and how it feels, before you tell anybody what the weather is today. Deal? Okay, deal. All right, so we're talking about feelings. There's all kinds of feelings in the whole body. They come from your body. Other people can make you feel a certain way, or you could just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and you might feel a certain way. But let me tell you something. It's okay however you feel, all right? And I'll tell you at the end why it's okay however you feel. But first, let's go through some feelings. Are you ready? This is the feeling of I am excited. I know some of you get really excited when it's Shabbat sharing, your birthday's coming up, or you might go and watch Frozen. The same thing of excited is I am happy. Do you see how these two pictures seem a little bit similar? They might be the same, but a little bit different. What makes you happy? What makes you excited? Think about it for a second. What makes me happy is going to work every day and being able to teach you guys. Then we have some other feelings. These are the ones that are not so good feelings. This one is I am sad, and I am disappointed. So those are similar, right? Just two different words. I am sad and I am disappointed. I am sad when someone hurts me. So if someone hurts me or pushes me down, it makes me sad. What makes you sad? Oh, that would make me sad too. I am disappointed when I don't get to eat pizza for dinner because I had it yesterday. Or I'm disappointed when I really want that toy, but mom or dad says, not today. All right, so let's go into two more feelings. So already we have I am excited, I am happy, I am disappointed, and I am sad. So we have 4 so far. All right, the next two feelings. I'm angry, or I'm frustrated. You see, the faces are pretty similar. They look kind of the same, but a little bit different because those two go together. I am angry when someone doesn't hear my words. I am frustrated when I try to build the blocks and they keep falling down. Or I'm frustrated when I built the best magnetile tower ever and my friend broke it. So those are 2 feelings too. So we had 4 and now we have 2 more, and that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're right, 6. And our last 2 feelings we're going to explore today are I am scared and I am worried. So these 2 go together as well. So what are you scared of? Do you want to know something silly, what I'm scared of? I'm scared of raccoons. I am scared of skunk. That's a little bit silly, right? But I am. And that's okay for me to feel that way. And I am worried. So worried's a little bit of a funny feeling inside, right? It means you're a little bit scared, but you're really not scared. You just don't know what might happen. So what happens if the teacher calls on me? I might be worrying that the teacher might call on me and I might not know the answer. That's kind of being worried, right? So that's a hard feeling. So now we have had 8 feelings we talked about. Some of them good and some of them not so good. But guess what? Whatever you feel is okay. But if you feel a certain way, it doesn't mean you get to treat other people badly or make thumbs down choices. So the funny thing about feelings is this. Feelings control if we make thumbs up choices or thumbs down choices. So if you're feeling angry, does that mean you get to go and hit a friend? No way, Jose. If you're feeling sad, does that mean you get to go make someone else feel sad? So you have to think, just because I'm feeling angry or I'm feeling sad, that's okay. You just can't treat other people that way because we need to treat people how we want to be treated. And you would not want people to treat you sadly or have them be angry with you. So that's why, even though you feel a certain way, angry, sad, mad, frustrated, disappointed, happy, excited, you still have to treat people the same way as if you were happy, excited, feeling good, all those kind of things. Deal? I know, it's hard to get a hold of this whole feeling thing. And so sometimes what I do and what I want you guys to do is this. I just have a pretend calendar here. It is always good to check in with yourself. So, yesterday I woke up and this is how I felt. That's not how you say it. How I felt. And it's kind of like, I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I just felt like, okay. And that's all right to feel that way. So I drew the face on that day that I felt that way. Then the next day came. I went to sleep. I woke up. And then I went to the next day and I drew how I felt the next day. And I drew a happy face because just because you feel something on Monday doesn't mean you have to feel it on Tuesday. Feelings go back and forth, back and forth. So I would love for you guys to have mom or dad print you out a calendar like this, and every day I want you to draw how you're feeling. And mom and dad will ask you later on, so how do you feel? And then you're going to say, I feel or I felt, whatever the feeling is. And if you want to tell them why, tell them why. If you don't, that's a-okay too. So the last thing that I'm going to have you guys do with these feelings, which will go over and over and over again because they're important, right, is I want you to get a piece of paper and draw a heart. This heart has lines. It doesn't mean it's broken. It's called a map of your heart. And so I want you in those boxes to draw what makes you happy or what you love. So I did mine earlier. And on some I drew my house, I drew music, I drew school because I love going to work and teaching you guys. I love the sun, I love football, baseball, basketball, any sports, and so on. And so you guys can draw what you love. And then you could share it with mom or dad so they can write down the different parts of the map in your heart of what you love. Deal? Okay. So I'm going to read you guys a book that I think goes along with this. Because this is the thing. No matter how you feel, mom and dad always love you. And they will always forgive you. But make sure you treat them the best you can. Because they're your mom and dad. And they want the best for you. And so you should want them to feel good and happy for that for themselves too. So this is the book. Love You Forever. So this is a little bit of a longer book, so I'm going to read it and show you the pictures. All right, here we go. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The baby grew, he grew, and he grew, and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food off the shelves. He took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, "This kid is driving me crazy." How would you feel if that's what someone was doing? But at night time, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The little boy grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old, and he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath, and when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. Is that true? No, she was being silly. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor and looked up over the side of the bed. If he was really asleep, she'd pick him up, that 9-year-old boy, and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." The boy grew and he grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends and he wore strange clothes and he listened to strange music. Sometimes his mother felt like she was in a zoo. But at nighttime, when that teenager was asleep, the mother opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, and looked over the side of the bed. If he really was asleep, she would pick up that great big boy and rock him back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Do you think that the mom could pick up a teenage boy and rock him? I'm not sure about that, but it's a great idea. That teenager grew and he grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was a grown-up man. He left home and got his own house across town. How do you think that made his mom feel? But sometimes, on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across the town. So I think she might be missing him, right? If she's getting in her car and driving across the town. If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window, crawled across the floor, and looked up over the side of his bed. If that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, "I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." Well, that mother, she got older and older and older. One day, she called up her son and said, "You'd be better come see me because I'm very old and sick." So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always," but she couldn't finish it because she was too old and sick. What do you think he's feeling to see his mom that way? The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he sang this song, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be." When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, "I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be." And that is the end of Love You Forever by Robert Munsch and illustrated by Sheila McGraw. And this has a lot of feelings in it, some good ones, some not so good ones, but I think this is a great book to show you how much mommies and daddies love you and how you can show them you love them too. To finish out our lesson, we're going to sing the song Skidamarinky Dinky Dink. Skidamarinky Dinky Dink, Skidamarinky Doo. I love you. I love you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. Skidamarinky Dinky Dink, Skidamarinky Doo. I love you. Have a great day, guys. Love you guys.